I'm not teaching my kids that, man. I don't want them to go into society knowing that they could be treated a certain way because they're a darker shade. I'd rather them not know, find out for themselves, and turn a blind eye to it. Because me knowing that, for example, my friend Gabriel, he says there's certain things he can't get because he's black. I don't want my kids to go into any sort of function or anywhere thinking I might get treated a certain way because I'm not a lighter shade. And like all my children, they're all different shades. So my younger children might get treated different to my older children because of their shade. I'd rather them nobody know nothing and just go into the world not knowing, and just like when it does happen or if it does happen, they're like, oh, how come I got? Oh, maybe because I'm overweight, or maybe because my shoe size is too big, not because of my skin. No, I'd rather them not know that.
So you'd only educate them if it happens and they come and they say, Dad, this experience happened, and then you be like, all right, this is why it happened.
Yeah, I'd rather that, personally. I'm more of a practical learner, if that makes sense. I'm not teaching my kids that, man. I don't want them.
And that applies to everything else, every other possible danger or pitfall that exists out there. You want them to find out first and then come back. You want to keep them innocent, so to speak.
Yeah, man. Because I always say, like, for example, like the blue pill, red pill stuff, the Matrix. Now I'm so privy to all the information about gangs, and I always say it on other podcasts as well. Like, for example, a red bandana and a blue bandana. I know what that means in certain areas. The middle-aged white lady doesn't know what a red bandana means or blue bandana means. She just sees it as a bandana. She doesn't see the color to it. Does that make sense?
Do you equip your daughter with any information about the opposite sex?
100%. I take her to places high-end. I show her about high-end shoes that I buy. She's been in fast cars, nice cars. She's been in luxurious holidays. I say, don't let these things cloud your judgment of the person you want to be or be around. Because a man can have money, a man can spend money on you frivolously, but his meanings behind it are not nice. So I'll show her all these things now. So like, for example...
Even before she's experienced it?
Yeah, because when she goes on dates, for example, when she's older, let's say a man takes her to a high-end restaurant. A child that doesn't know nothing about that might think, oh my God, he spent, let's say, £100 on me. That means he must really like me. Whereas I'm like, listen, Shy, these things are normal. Don't let this cloud your judgment on the person you want to be later down because they spent money on you.
I like that approach, but it says that you're selective with what it is that you look to educate them on before they've experienced it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I am definitely.
And that applies to everything.
I rate him for saying he agrees with that, because I was thinking that the whole time he was saying, yeah, he educates his daughters on the true intentions of certain men who are like chameleons or want to run game on chicks. Yeah, I was thinking the whole time, this guy is selective of what he wants his daughter to know, to be aware of and not to be aware of, because racists have the same intentions.
So he wants his sons and then to be on some Ray Charles thing, on some Stevie Wonder thing. You know them when they, I just call to say I love you. Just, you know, like, just smiling into the world. Just go out there grinning bare teeth into the world, like thinking it's all
gravy out here, man. Ain't nobody got a problem with me. It's my shoe size. It's my shoe size.
This is inshallah one-on-one parenting. This is where you just raise up your youth, say inshallah, just hope for the best.
Yeah. Bro, when he said maybe I'm overweight or maybe it's my shoe size, I was thinking, what? You think someone's gonna look at your shoes and go, because of your shoe size, I'm gonna hate you? Wow.
A man said he doesn't want to teach his kids nothing about, because there's certain shades and they're just gonna have to go out into the world and experience it. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think parenting's for everybody, bro. You know, like people can have kids willy-nilly. I don't think parenting, his name is, I swear his name's Kid. He's still a kid himself, you know what I'm saying? That's why he calls himself Kid.
One thing I rate at the end, when the guy said you're selective with what you want to educate your children about, yeah, and he said, you know what, I agree with that. I rate him for that, because he looks like a man who learns in real time. So clearly he's been educated on something that's shifted his state of mind. Do you know what I mean?
He's learning in real time, which is cool. That's him. But then don't put that onto your kids. You know what I'm saying?
But he's a parent, but what else will he know? What else would he know? He's not as if he's smart enough to know what he can and cannot teach his kids. He's clearly going to teach them what he knows, and this is his mind state, innit? This is his mind state, bro. Do you know what I mean?
This is some backward mind state, and I'm thinking. But rather than, like, you're talking about, my brother, you're talking about Gabriel. If you're talking about Gabriel, it's in Gabriel, Sion, that's always giving that financial advice on all them things there, yeah. Talking about, you can't do something because he's dark and all them things there. bro, see me, yeah, I got 2 boys and them things there, yeah. Bro, the way like I'm pushing superiority into my boys' heads, letting them know, like, yes, in this world, like, it because your skin color is a bit different and them things there, people might treat you different. But I'm telling them, like, you're like, I'm telling him, black is great, black is beautiful. We are the first men on this planet. We will be the last. I tell him all sorts of stuff. We're kings. All sorts of stuff. You know them ones there. Like sometimes you say to my wife, I say to him, I won't say his name. I say, oh, do you think mommy's beautiful? He says, yeah. He says, yeah, I think mommy's beautiful because she's got melanin. That's the kind of stuff my son says, because that's the way. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know the world's hard, yeah, and it's gonna be hard on my son and certain things, and certain people might treat him a certain way. I teach him. I let him know. I get him ready so he's armored up. He's strong. You know what I'm saying? I teach him how to box. I teach him. You know what I'm saying? He goes certain combat trainings and them things there. He goes swimming. I'm readying him for the world. You know them ones there? Do you know what I'm saying? Certain times in the yard, I'll bad him up. Not because I'm just showing him mentally, this is what's going to happen outside of them things there. But for you to be doing, inshallah, parenting, just freestyling the parenting, don't get me wrong, there's no manual for parenting or nothing like that. But I feel like through your life experiences, you should see like, all right, cool. I don't like this. I don't want this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to protect my kids from certain things. Make sure, because like me and you always talked about, our parents, like my parents, both our parents are like old school Africans. They did certain things wrong with us, and we've grown up and seen the errors in their ways, and we're not trying to repeat those things. We're not trying to, you know what I'm saying? But certain man, this is how the cycle literally repeats itself. He's literally freestyling his life as he goes, and he's going to make his kids do the same thing.
It's deep, bro. It's deep. It's funny because what I gathered from everything that he said, yeah, is someone who's consciously aware of these things existing, but maybe because it had maybe a traumatic effect on him, or it made him think, like, maybe overthink certain scenarios that he might have thought weren't really racially motivated, and he's not too sure of people's intentions towards him. He's thinking he can prevent his children from having those same kind of headaches or those same kind of mind games that he went through. But the fact is, if you're consciously aware of that, it might be because of colorism or racism or nationalism or tribalism, then it is. It is, and there's no way around it. We are human beings. We all suffer from these things, bro. We all do. We're all prejudiced. We're all racist. We all have like some thoughts that sometimes like, oh, that's not right. But not all of us go out and implement it on others and attack others. We might think it, but don't get it twisted. There's times when someone will cut me off and they're of a different nationality or race, yeah, and in my head I'm thinking, fucking. And I say to myself, bro, that's not the way. But I'll never go to someone's face and you this or deprive them of something or intentionally, like, you know, be biased towards them, because I'm consciously aware of that, the fact that I would like if it's done to me. So I try and be, you know, mindful of these things. But clearly there are people who don't care. They will do it. And those are people that's made him think, man, let me not make sure my children don't think like I did, because maybe they weren't prejudiced, maybe they weren't racist, maybe they weren't being biased, maybe they weren't being sexist, maybe they weren't being racist. They were. Some people don't care. They'll do it to you. Don't prevent your children from knowing that there's people out there who do think like that. There are some people out there who genuinely will look at your skin color and say, I'm going to make it difficult for you. I'm going to deprive you of it. I'm going to aim my missiles at you. I'm going to degrade you. I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to insult you. I'm going to slyly get under your skin, and you're not even going to know why I'm doing it. And you're going to get frustrated, and I'm going to make you like you're some kind of stereotypically aggressive person. It exists. You can't. And when he said, oh, some of my kids are different shades. Who cares about the shade? Do you really think they see light skin people and think, yeah, I'm gonna not really give that light skin any headache because he looks half of me? Come on. You understand? Different shades. So what? In the eyes of these men, when these men are coming for you, you're black. That's it, you're black. We need to be real out here, man. Do you know what I mean? And what the guy said is true. You're selective for what you want to teach your people. So now when it comes to girls, yeah, you know, there's boogeymen out there. So you got to protect them from the boogeymen. But your sons, you want them to go out there, like you said, Ray Charles. You want them to go out there like,
Even down to like what he's teaching his daughter. I don't know. Maybe he's not he doesn't articulate himself quite well and stuff. I don't know, but I get it. Like I get what he's telling his daughter is just more about materialism than anything.
Listen, I've taken her in Mercedes Benz. I've taken her to high end places to eat.
Who cares about all this?
So if a man comes along and tries to do that for her, she says she's done it already. So that don't make no sense, bro. That don't make no sense because when a woman wants to go on a date, she don't want to go on a date. She will go on a date, bro. No matter, like I'm saying, you could take her to, she shouldn't go to upscale places because she's been there before with her dad. She's gonna go. What she wants to judge more is the character of the man. You should teach her to judge the character of the man, not what he offers her. Every man wants to splash out on their woman. Every man wants to make a good impression. You understand? So it doesn't mean if he comes with a nice car, he's a bad guy. Or if he says an upscale place, he's a bad guy. Watch the character of the man. There's some who can't afford it and they're assholes. Some who can afford it and they're good people, and vice versa. Do you understand? Bro, I'll be honest with you. I have no anger towards this guy whatsoever. He's a vessel. He's a vessel for an important conversation. He's ushered in an important conversation. You understand? You know, me personally, I side with you in the sense where my daughter, I'm already making her watch black cartoons. She's 4 years old. She's been watching black cartoons, and not because it's a race thing. It's because it's an identity thing.
Facts.
I don't want my daughter adopting another person's identity.
My son's 4 years old speaking Yoruba, bro.
My daughter can speak Ga. My daughter knows how to greet me in Ga, knows how to tell me her name in Ga, knows how to ask me how I'm doing in Ga, and I'm proud of that. Because that's thousands of billions of years of walking this planet speaking that language. Even though we might have certain influences from colonial masters over the years, it's still remnants of my language. Do you understand? And I'm proud of it, bro. So therefore, I'm going to instill that proud into my offspring. Do you know what I mean? You know? But at the same time, it don't mean you instill them with pride. You shouldn't let them know there's people out there who hate their pride. You understand? Who hate it. They can spot it from a mile away.
Yeah, he's not African, is he?
I don't even know who this guy is, bro. It's the first time I've ever seen him.
Okay.
I don't know who he is. You know what I mean? But
because it seems like he in himself lacks identity. He doesn't know who he is, and he's gonna basically the same not knowing he's gonna put on front his kids and them things there. Do you know what I mean? And it's I don't know. Like honestly, I'm not even dissing him if he sees this and all them things there.
Yeah.
Man's not dissing him, but bro, for me personally, like I said, there's no manual in like raising kids and stuff, but for me, this is like a nah. Even like the guy in the interview had to say like, yo.
Yeah, being selective with what, yeah. But that's the thing, as he was talking in real time, I was thinking, hold on, you just said you're going to tell your daughter about the pitfalls of dating, but you won't tell your sons about the pitfalls of colorism, racism, nationalism, tribalism, all these things that make people be selective of who they want to respect and not respect. Let's be real, that exists, bro. Bro, even just tribalism itself, right? You're Yoruba, I'm Ga. Where I'm from, there's other tribes who don't even get along with each other, but we have to just tolerate each other. But in our four corners of our houses and our rooms, there's things we say about each other. I remember one time, one of my workplaces, there was a dinner lady. She was a Shanti, I'm a Ga. When she found out I was a Ga, her attitude towards me changed. Oh, you guys, she said, you guys are lazy. You guys are this, and you guys think you're special. And before she was busting joke with me, she liked me. Now that's black on black, bro. That's tribalism I'm talking about. So if it exists amongst us the same shade, imagine when it comes to racism. They put all of you in the same bucket. They don't care if you guys have your internal tribalism. As far as they're concerned, you're a bunch of monkeys. And you're going to tell your sons it doesn't exist when you know amongst ourselves even tribalism exists. There's Caribbeans who don't like Africans. Africans don't like Caribbeans.
A man's going to wait till they're traumatized and then starts to try to deal with it after.
Come on, man. Bro, this thing is real, bro. It's real.
If you just address the problem head on, what I'm saying, when they face it, it won't be nothing new to them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You just be like, okay, cool. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
My dad showed me about this before.
Something
when
so real.
When they're really facing it, he'll be like, rah. You know, like Tupac said he said in that song, he's like, "Mommy, why they call me N-word?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get in my head up with my weight. I'm getting back when I'm bigger.
Big up, yeah. You're a bad man. You're a bad man.
Come on, man. You know, when it comes to Pac, that's just normal.